And if I had known this prior to being vaccinated in 2021 myself, there is no way I would have accepted this vaccine.
The corona needle will protect kids, old people, men and women.
It's just science, eh?
Mind-blowing, isn't it?
The rate of adverse reactions to COVID vaccines has now been published for 2021. It's 6 months late, but it is also a very honest report. The blue line here, the blue arrow, shows when COVID vaccines were introduced. These are adverse events following immunisations reported by the Western Australian authorities, or to the Western Australian authorities, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, when the COVID vaccines were introduced. And we see this massive increase in adverse reactions to vaccines which have been reported. Now, of course, immediately you're going to say, well, just a minute, there was a lot more COVID vaccines given. Well, that's true. To an extent, that's true. But the rate of adverse reactions in the COVID vaccines were over 20, about 24 times higher per vaccine dose given. So this is a quite outrageous amount of adverse reactions.
That's outrageous.
So this is the report here, Western Australian Vaccine Safety Surveillance for 2021. Government of Western Australia, Department of Health, so all official data. And of course, we don't know the rate of underreporting in Western Australia, but in the United Kingdom, we do know from British Medical Journal data that perhaps only about 10% of serious adverse reactions are reported. So these represent, in my view, absolute minimal levels. And if I had known this prior to being vaccinated in 2021 myself, there is no way I would have accepted this vaccine. These rates of adverse reactions, for me, for my personal risk, are just way too high. And for any other sensible thinking person, quite unacceptable levels.
It is free and it's safe.
It's all official data. So Government of Western Australia, that's the report. Check it out for yourself. Report describes adverse events following immunisation. Adverse events following immunisation, so many acronyms. Reported to the Western Australian Vaccine Safety Surveillance System. So that's their system of doing that for vaccinations received in 2021. Doesn't tell us about 2022, it only tells us what it is.
That is what it is. So, yep.
The format of this annual report is to enable the description of the impact of the programme of COVID vaccines starting in February 2021, which is when the programme started. And again, we remind ourselves just after that, the adverse reactions just went through the roof compared to what they had been in the past. In 2021 in Western Australia, so 5.7 vaccine doses were administered altogether. That's all vaccines given in Western Australia, paediatric vaccines, influenza vaccines, COVID vaccines, everything. Up from, it would have been just over 2 million in 2020. So of this, so 3.9 million, just over 3.9 were COVID vaccines. So we see that the other vaccine programs were going on. In 2021, a significant increase in report of adverse events following immunisation. 10,726 individual reports in 2021, relatively small population in Western Australia, of course. So 10,726 reports in 2021. In 2020, there'd been 270. So we've gone up from 270 reports for the whole year to 10,726 reports for the whole year. This is an astronomical, unacceptable, in my view, increase.
If you're worried, talk to your clinic or medical centre or go to Roll Up for WA on the internet.